Hello and welcome to this week's vlog from Maddisons. Well, of course, the big news last week was that the Bank of England rose base rate by 0.25% to 0.75%. Still incredibly low and not back to the 5% that we saw before the financial crisis of 2008. It was interesting to look through Mark Carney's report and pick through some interesting bits that relate to the housing market. And one bit that I was quite keen to read about was about his thoughts on how the falling house prices that we're seeing in London will affect us here out in the regions. We are quite affected by what goes on in London. But interestingly, he felt that the falling house prices that you're currently seeing in London will not spread out to the rest of the country for three main factors, actually. Firstly, he feels the London market is hugely affected by buy-to-let investors, and of course they see that 3% surcharge on stamp duty at the moment. Also, there has been a net EU migration downturn as a result of the Brexit conversations. And finally, tax rises and changes seem to affect the London house pricing market far more than out in the regions. So that was encouraging news for us here in lovely Kent and Sussex. Well, an interesting property that's come for sale, which really took my fancy, was Eddie Murphy's property. It's his lovely house in Granite Bay in California, and it's an elegant mountaintop property with lovely sea views over the Sierra Nevada foothills, Folsom Lake and the Sacramento skyline. It's being sold furnished by Chase International for a cool £7.2 million, which I think actually looks quite good value when you look at that property. This made me think of some really exceptional high-end properties that we're currently marketing for sale, and two that I just wanted to bring to your attention. Firstly, there's Little Pembury Court, which is based in Pembury. This was sold through me actually a few years ago, and my buyer completed the most exceptional renovation programme on that. It's got a really classy Italian feel throughout, and he will sell it with the furniture if you're interested. That's got 3 bedrooms and is priced at £895,000. And at a similar price point, we have Tree Lawn, which is just outside Sissinghurst. It's well set back from the road and has got a really generous garden. But the interior of the property, it's been completely modernised. You wouldn't recognise it from the property that my sellers originally bought about 5 years ago. It was a brick building, and now it's beautifully weatherboard cladded and has had a most exceptional refurbishment inside. So if either of those are of interest, please do give us a call. Well, local events, I feel I need to talk a little bit about the Pantiles. Of course, we're based here on the beautiful Pantiles in Tunbridge Wells, and they've been putting on a host of their lovely markets, and this weekend they've got their first home and garden market. There'll be lots of stalls selling things to tempt you around that theme, so if you have a chance to pop down here on either Saturday or Sunday, then the Pantiles, I think, is the place to head to. We hope you have a good week, and we look forward to seeing you next week. Bye-bye.